Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on real quick to let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me because I've been struggling through a lot of pain, sadness in my life experiences that I just didn't feel like I deserved or that I would even come up upon or have in my life in this kind of way. So it means a lot to me that you're here in the first place and listening to my words and sharing my heart's work journey. Because you see, I've been on quite the path lately, and it's just left me feeling alone. Alone in relationships that I anticipated I wasn't alone in. You see what I'm saying? So, for a long time, I've struggled with the fear of what others might think of me and what they would want to believe or not believe because I didn't want to believe this shit. But I'm not just eroding, you know what I mean? Up on my own. It's like actually anticipated energy that's coming from these people who are harnessing these demons and holding tight to their own sins. You see what I'm saying? So I've come to realize that my voice does matter, and I'm not going to let anyone silence it anymore. Through the trials and tribulations that have been set upon me, I've found the courage to speak out, and not only the willingness to, but like my needing to for my own self. And so to share my stories and connect with others here who might be going through similar struggles and to hopefully reach those people who are in those places of their own lives, their own love lives, because I know that they exist. And I know that things happen in life that sometimes twists up the mind in such a way that it's going to be hard to go through that without actually being in a I don't know, in a commitment at least to yourselves with the Lord so that you don't go berserk because oftentimes these things are absolutely meant to drain you up of your possibilities in life, not just like with where you're trying to reach currently, but with anything you can reach for your future then kind of relies on you to be able to see these things in the timeliest of fashions. And so you'll see that my content delves into that depth of pain and heartache and exploring these wounds that have been inflicted upon me because it's not always easy to talk about these things. It's been certainly hard for me to write on as far as like trying to create like content for like rapping. Um, I'm just doing it to grow my own personal skills so that if I can get to a place where I have a studio and I can be making my own music, I can really focus on driving better content out and better lyrics out because of my practicing. And nobody who is going to do anything in this fashion, I think, is going to come out right off the bat and, just be number one. Oftentimes it's a struggle. And so with me and with where I'm at in life, I highly believe music is changing. Highly believe that just genres themselves are changing dramatically so. And so I want to be part of a movement that creates a change in the music industry and in the music that people enjoy. And so even if you find, one of 10 songs that you can relate to or that you like or even love the lyrics of, those things are going to help me progress forward in my life in a way that actually counts in here to me. And so I want you guys to know that because that is paramount into my endeavors for the future. You see what I'm saying? So I've been faced with that it's like really hard to deal with this pain. And then on top of that, like how can I heal? How can I connect with others? Like where is my life? Because I've just been left in the side of this fray, inside of my reality in my mind that it's twisted up, it's covert. It's not meant to just come out and say it because if it was to come out and say it, then things would be played out differently. So I just believe that shining a light on this kind of darkness in the world is where we need to go if we're going to actually heal up this world from this kind of pain. And it's happening far too much. It's happening far too much these days, where people are twisted up in that kind of narcissistic way that they think that they can do this to people and just continuously get away with allowing other people to think that they aren't that way and they don't have it in themselves of doing the things that they're supposed to do in the right way. The right way is confronting it right away, which is what I try and do, and I work really hard to do in it of myself. Jeez, I woke up pretty a long while ago, but I'm tired. Anyway, I just see it myself. Sorry. Anyway, so I mean, I guess I'm just wanting you guys to know that I really appreciate you guys being here. I've been through a lot lately. It's been incredibly hard for me to like deny my flesh, if that makes sense. Because of the betrayal, the manipulation, and the abuse that's incurred, and that's occurred to me in my life for the longest time now. It's just placed me inside of a way that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's kind of where heart work was born in me, is that the parables that Jesus was talking about with our hearts and the soil that's in our hearts. So I'm highly praying about those things. I'm highly praying for those things about people that I don't even know, who are in those messes in their lives. And oftentimes you could just go by and you see someone that's just in a mess. They're in a messy place in their life. And there's like hardly almost nothing you feel like you can do. And I just believe that there's something that we can do. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that people are faced with these harsh realities. And through it all, it's hard to remain steadfast in your commitments or your conviction to the Lord and to fight back against these forces of evil when these forces of evil are refusing to allow you to come to light and allow you to come to life. It's just deadening your spirit. And so for the longest time, I've felt completely riddled with that grief of um, just being in that place where it's just allowing for all of that murky shit that people are putting upon me to subjugate me into this mind frame. Like, I'm not enough. I'm never going to do anything with my life. I'm never going to amount to shit. I'm never going to be able to pull the trigger on these things that I really want to bring out in the world. And not only I feel in here for myself, but I feel for the man upstairs, the Lord. And so that's paramount to me. So that's it. It's in a lot of my writing. A lot of my writing is taking that from God to create something monumental for all of you. For all of you. Not just 45 of you, all of you. You know? And it doesn't matter where Heartworks is set then, because Heartworks is needed everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Like everywhere. Even if people don't think they need it because they already have a really awesome relationship, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I believe that that love you feel is great, but I believe that it can be, whoa, way taller, way stronger, like a mighty oak tree, or, something so strong and solid, there's just no breaking it. The lightning or, full on fire or whatever. But see, that's just how I think. I think metaphorically in these kinds of ways because I've often been put through so much pain that it's heightened my sensory of depth perception when it comes to these behaviors, and then when it comes to actualities of like what's going on within the body, what's causing these things, not how can I control it with medications and things like that, but how can I stop these things from actually happening at all. And I found it's only through him. It's only through God that I get feelings of release and relief from what I feel has been subjugated and pushed onto me based on where other people have been willing to move in my life. And so through my heartache, through my heartache, it's been a struggle through my writing to get my heart's work just in completion, in like um how would I say that? In a way where it's like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, you guys. It's like it's highly like I'm not even writing this. Like I go back and read some of my stuff that I've written. I'm just like, dude, did this really come out of you? And I remember writing it as I'm reading it, but it's just like holy monumental Batman. Anyway, I mean, and it is. It is. I mean, if I was to actually be able to bring my vision to life, holy, like just geez, you guys, the monumental things that it can change not only for my life but for your own lives and for everyone else's lives out there is just it's remarkable. It is. And so my asking for charity for myself isn't just for myself, you guys. It is for myself right now. It is. With what I've gone through, it is for me. But it's also to have that time to be able to put this thing together in a way that that monumental thing that I have in focus on can come manifest real changes in your lives. Real changes. Like huge monumental changes that otherwise couldn't take place. And can't take place. The Lord tells me they can't take place without my actual Heartworks charity coming to life the way it's envisioned and set up and legitimately feeling like it's set into me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's not something that I don't know how to explain that. There's stuff that's coming out of me I don't think is being necessarily written by me alone in that way. And it's like highly through the Holy Ghost. It's hard to explain, but it brings me out of that place inside of my heart that other people have been in, where they do just insurmountable damages, you guys. And so I've been highly set in that kind of way through covert narcissistic abuse and through whatever avenues hacking, monitoring, hijacking, um, what you name it. I've been faced with it when it comes to that. And it's like, it's just too harsh, you guys. It's too harsh. It's too harsh. You just want to go AWOL. You do. You just, who cares? And you come up with nobody or like your family. But it's like, I want someone formidable in my life. Not in a way that can do this kind of fucking shit. And so that has, excuse my language, but it highly has a lot of passion in it to where we rise above these struggles in life, little by little, inching closer and closer to that place where nobody has it in them to do this kind of thing to another human being. And if you do, you'll be noted. You'll be known as you don't do that channeling work, you don't do that inner work, you don't do that heart work, you're a fucking piece of shit, in other words. That's where I'm trying to move with this. Because I want people to not only prove their plight, I want people to prove that they're putting their money where their mouths are. And I want people to be able to prove that they are determined with the Lord in their formidable relationships for love. Because the Lord is love. The Lord. And if you don't have the Lord, you have nothing but an earthly Hallmark fucking holiday gas card. So go use up your gas card as many times as you want. Shove it in that fucking thing. That's all you're doing. It ain't love. And you can't equate that with love at all. Real, true, honest love comes from up there, comes from God. And so I'm out here believing that as we can come together in that kind of community and in that kind of way, no matter where it comes from, I'd really like to build this what I have been focusing on and what I've been trying to bring into life in whatever name I give it. But I want to make a real difference in the world in the way of love and kindness and compassion where it's most needed. And it delves into the darkest places of this world. And so if people want to subjugate other people through a mess of pain and distress and turmoil and placing them through tyranny and covert narcissistic things that push you into a state of duress, your state of duress then is pressed into you. You're no longer who you are, which is where I've been at for a long period of my life. And a lot of my life is I've had to put myself in here to be able to utilize the Holy Ghost that the Lord can give me and I pray for with faith that can get me through these nights where I've been riddled with pain that I believe wholeheartedly never needed to exist at all. This stuff has been pushed upon me. I've been a targeted individual. And now it's so much so as how people closest to me, people who have been close to me, how they have been willing to move with me, thinking that they can just smash my life up. Like, here's my life with all these pens. I'm going to take it outside and smash it on the ground. Done. Absolution, their aim. My life finished. Complete. See what I mean? And not only does that action being taken, even if you got to save the cup with the glass with the pens in it, even if you got to save that from them, this jar of pens is broken anyway. Because me personally, I pray and thank God to have the littlest things in my life so that I can do with these things what I want to do with my life. So no, you don't get to do that to me in my value, and you don't get to do that to other people in their value either, and that's why heart work is going to be born. I don't care if it comes through me or if the world kills me and it comes through somebody else. The only thing I care about is it to be paramount, that it's there for people. And so this stuff really hurts, my friends. And yeah, I understand that at times I'm obnoxious, but you know what would be more obnoxious? You know what would be more obnoxious? Go read some of these articles of what has happened where people have been in my position. And I think that's more obnoxious. So I don't care how mad I get. I don't care how sad I get. I don't care how frustrated I get. I don't care how how like topsy turvy my life might seem to you, because it is. It has been. So I'm coming out there to make a profound difference where not only that is a concern of mine, but because these things are happening to me, I am praying about those people out there in the world that I don't know, that are going through these things that I can't get to, that the Lord can't get to, legitimately, nobody maybe has touched them in that way with the actual Creator. I'm not talking about these bullshit ass places that are talking about these student fucking Bibles and you're reading garbage That's just Zondervan fucking. It's just as fake as the Zuckerberg Facebook is. It's just as fake as anything out of Silicon Valley. It's the same shit. It's the dark web. It's the dark ages. It's the fucking 666 bullshit or whatever, whichever way you'd see 666. Perfect. See presidents doing that a lot. You'll see this a lot. You'll see like handshakes, you know, all of these signs and symbolisms are meant to control your world, and they're actually meant to erode this part of this part, so that you can't take what's in here and pull it out into the world for the world to see, for the world to actually have something formidable out here in the world. Because these corporations that are running half staff to ruin America, and corporate America wants to run everybody into the ground while paying you actually less by suggesting they're paying you more with the raise, while inflation, gas costs, the cost of milk, the cost of living, the cost of everything else goes up and up. So even though your actual wage is going up, well, the gap is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you realize that it's just meant to break you. And once you're broken, who cares, right? You're just broken. You're poor. You eroded upon your own behalf. And meanwhile, your name, your value, your everything is being traded on a stock exchange. Here's your value. Here's your value. Millions and millions are being traded in commodities revolving around you and your worth and what your worth is, while the government should have no ability to even monitor that worth. This worth? No, they should not have any control of it. Do you see what I'm saying? And they do. They do. Fiat currency is controlled in that way, that's already attached to a debt that's already accrued by the dollar you get inside of your bank account. So there you are, slave. Welcome to modern America, progressive America, where it's so progressive and doing undoubtedly things, or however you want to say it, to like suggest that it's better for us, suggest that we're okay. Meanwhile, us out here that are trying to actually create these things and create these movements and actually create those good changes are subjugated through force. So, though people are out here, targeted individuals, other people, they deserve the retributions that they're asking for based on the non-compliance and accountability on their own governments' behalf for these people, because these people deserve that retribution. These are crimes that have been taken over and over and over in your life. And you're going to just allow it and call it fiat currency or whatever you want to fucking call it, and you want to just make it okay? Meanwhile, they're stealing every last value of of an actual good exchange for your heart's value and your heart's work. They want to trade all of that to take everything away from you. I'm sorry, but everything that they've made off of you through greed, through coercion, through being narcissists themselves, and through the money system actually being narcissistic in and of itself, being created to be narcissistic in and of itself, is going to create you to be someone you're not. Do you see what I'm saying? And so people are out here willing to do real fucked up things for money. For money over the value that's in there. So fuck all you people. All of your money that you've gotten in this kind of way is illegal, and you're legitimately living on the blood, sweat, and tears of honest, hardworking citizens. So I'm sorry, the Revolutionary War didn't do good enough. I'm sorry to say that. it didn't do a good enough job because people with hearts saw the flags go up and, oh, we'll do better next time. We'll do better. We promise. Yeah, they certainly did, didn't they? They certainly did. You're taught in school how we won. We won our independence. We won the Revolutionary War. We didn't win. Where is our independence? Where? Which part of our lives that's been washed up in this kind of way is actually free? Which part? I don't believe that there is that part. And for many of us, it never has been and it never will be. Unless we do something today with the Lord, coming and getting involved in the way things actually are. So go ahead, hide in your bunkers. Create your many faucets of avenues of dicking the entire country in the ass. And calling it freedom. Calling what you're giving them education. Calling it as if you're not just training them, you're actually enabling them to think for themselves, to reason for themselves. But no, that's just it. You're not doing those things. School is only meant to give you a certain portion while leaving the whole way out that God, I think, would want you to have. Oh, God wants people to have this, make sure that's removed. Oh, God wants that, let's make sure that's removed. Oh, God would want this too, let's make sure that's removed. Oh shit, we got fucking critical thinking in the curriculum. Get rid of that. Fuck your people, fuck your commodity, fuck your corporate agendas, fuck anything you're trading on the stock exchange, stealing up our values away, stealing our lives away. Taxation is theft, and this fiat currency that you've given us is completely made narcissistically. So I'm sorry, but I'm siding with a lot of people that want decentralized currency, that want to take government out of the equation because of how bad governments fucking wronged us. Or not even just that, but just allowing this kind of shit to happen. As if it's not meant to deteriorate me to that same level. Shove that shit right into my heart. Shove it in there. Shove all that hatred, all that rage, all that anger, all that pain, all that sadness, all that frustration, shove it right in there. In any way that you can fucking drive it out of him. Like these narcissist ass bitches that just were in my life. And especially coming from that narcissistic ass cage that lives 2 blocks away. You want to fucking play like that? Okay. Let's play, homie. I don't think you got it in you, banksta, just like I said. And yeah, it might be obnoxious, but you know what's more obnoxious? You know what's more obnoxious? Reading that Berger article, reading what's happened there, and I'm wanting to know every last little fucking detail of what the fuck actually happened there. Because these things matter. These people's lives matter. And whoever fucking cheated on him with his own fucking friend to make him do that shit. That's exactly what I think happened. I don't know the detriment of it. I don't know the length of it. I don't know the timetables. I don't know all the pieces. Those are the important parts. Those are the important parts because this is the kind of shit value that people have been wanting to take with me in my life. And you want me to start mentioning names? I mean, all of these people. I mean, I just count them. Can I even? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to fucking try and care that way. You know what I do? You know what I do? I do heart work. Unlike all of these fucking people, and they have no fucking business trying to even subjugate me to that kind of grief and that kind of pain that would put upon another person to either A, kill themselves, off themselves in some kind of way, or hurt themselves, hurt others, hurt themselves, put upon them to be that person, to be that person that would that is otherwise saying to the community that they're a danger to themselves and others. They need to be controlled. Yeah, but you know what needs to be controlled? How about the narcissistic ass behavior that is actually subjugating them through that pain that's otherwise telling them that you're worthless, no, like you're a piece of shit. No one cares about you. And you know what? I don't care. Flying monkeys or not. All you flying monkeys can be all flying monkeys for all I care. Go fly, monkey. Monkey see as monkey do and shit like that. I'm sorry, but all of you guys are narcissistic ass fucking people. And it's not going to pay to be a narcissist when it comes to the lights that are going to be coming in the forwarded future based on the fact that Jesus Christ is coming home. 100% faith that today, tonight, anytime could be that time. So I don't care what people say. I don't care what people want to fucking put on me. I don't care what you believe. I know what I believe, and I know what's been said inside of me, and I know what my reality has been now based on how these people have moved. And I'm sorry to say, but they deserve worse than jail time. Worse. A whole lot worse than I could do to them in that kind of same way as you'd see in these articles. Because A, I don't deserve it. B, I wouldn't deserve to turn the gun on myself. C, I deserve better friends. And D, I deserved a better girlfriend. I deserved someone that was actually going to be able to do the things that I was bringing to the light of day in that kind of way as far as how I wanted my relationships to be. And she couldn't do that. She took it on herself to move in this kind of fucked up fashion. And it's based on her being targeted in that way in the first place. But look, just because she was targeted in that way doesn't mean she didn't learn to enjoy it. And then subjugating my heart through all that kind of more pain. Who the fuck do you think you are, bitch? And that's just talking to one person, but legit. Or maybe two or three people, actually. But, who the fuck do these people think they are? That's what I want to know. I'm sorry that this happened to the families of that it happened to. And I'm sorry that there wasn't something that was of this fucking kind of heart already out there for the public to be able to utilize, to be able to see, because I've been trying for like 15 years. And I've been subjugated through targeting and abuse and fucking thing after thing after thing. And you cannot tell me that this isn't caused by demonology because of all of the fucking painful sins that people would rather hold on to claim love. To claim love. But it's not love at all. It's not any, doesn't have anything to do with love. Has everything to do with the exact opposite. And it's also trying to draw the actual formidable person a person's trying to be. You're working in iniquities inside of my life. In that way that would subjugate a person's heart and mind to follow through in the articles that you'll read in the coming days, months, and years, without heart works and without God getting involved in this kind of way, and without me being able to bring my heart's actual work to light, and to other people that need it. I'm sorry, but you're gonna read a whole lot of sadness. It doesn't need to fucking exist. So plain and simple, the way these people moved in my life, they deserve whatever can come their way in this fucking life from here moving forward, because I didn't fucking deserve it. And I'm talking about through many, many years now. So you want to play me as if I'm not coming out to tell the exact truth and that nothing I say actually proves anything. How about the laundry list of things that I'm not bringing to light because of what is on Just because of just all the people on YouTube don't need to see that. It's meant for the courts. If it ever fucking makes it into the courts, to be able to subjugate these people through what they actually fucking did to me. Through what they actually have been putting me through. And that's just it. That's it in a nutshell. Is that these people who are in my position don't feel like there's any justice that can come. They don't. The only one that can bring it is the Lord. And I'm asking the Lord to bring it to light today, in this day and age, right here and now on earth today. Today, with 100% that he's going to bring it. And I expect he's going to bring it on super fucking strong. Like, you think any of this content here is strong or putting these people in fear? Just wait until Christ is here. People had better prepare for Christ. That's all I'm going to say. I really appreciate you being here. And my tone of voice is obnoxious. And I'm sorry, but I've been in a lot of pain. So I'm sorry. Sorry for that part. Just please, if you can, support me because I'm alive. Because I'm alive.